Hello everyone. I wanted to share a quick video with you guys. I came across this project at work where I had to match names from one file to the next, and matching names can be tedious and hard. If you try and do it manually, it will take you forever. So, what I did was I got some names from a website. You can just type name generator on Google, and it'll get you multiple websites where you can just get names generated, and then you can run the tests on that. So the first column has 100 names, and the second column also has 100 names, and where we are going to match. So now we're going to match both these strings together. So it doesn't really have to be name only. It could be anything. This function that I'm about to show you. So let's see how the function works first. So I'm going to click on match, which will execute the function, and it'll show you the rows it's working on in G1, and it'll show you a message done at the end of it. So, and you can see we matched quite a few names. So if I turn on the filters and I deselect all of the blanks, so you can see we matched quite a few names here. So let's go and take a look at the function now. Okay, so this is the function that got executed when we clicked on that button. So let me take you through the function now. I like adding comments just to show what's going on. It makes everything look better too. So we are declaring variables up top. So this is the first string. This is going to be the second string, and this is going to be the array, which will contain different words of the first and second string. And this is going to be the counter to kind of keep an eye on like how many words matched from the first string to the second string. We initially set that to 0. And this function right here basically using the find function. So we find anything in this sheet, and it basically gives us the last row of that sheet. And we want to do the same thing for the second column too. We want to find out the last row of the second column, because right now we're matching 100 names with 100 names, but you could be matching 100 names with 5,000 names, or 100 strings with 20 strings, so that's why we want the last row of the second column too. And in the next row, we basically clear column C, because that's where we will populate the results. Now, this next part is a bit complicated. So we will run 4 loops in total. First loop is going to loop over the first column. The second loop is going to loop over the second column. The third loop is going to loop over the array of the first string. And then the fourth loop is going to loop over the array of the second string. So that's what's happening here. So this is where the first loop starts. So we start from the second to the last row. We assign first string its first value, then we split it into an array of words, and then we start to loop over the second column now. So this is the second loop. So this is from second to the end of the second column. So as I showed you earlier, that this is the last row of the second column. So inside this loop, we assign second string its value, then we split it into an array, and then this is where the third loop starts. So we loop over the first array, first string array. So we start, because it's an array, it starts from zero. So zero to, and U bound basically gives you the length of the array. So from zero to the end of the array. So if you have two words in a string, U bound will show you one, because zero and one, that's two, right? So here we're looping over the first string. So now we're matching the first string with each word of the second string. So this is where the fourth loop starts. So we loop over the second string, we match the first word of the first string with all words of the second string. And inside, so this is where the match is happening, like this row right here. So I'm trimming any spaces from the word. I'm making it all lowercase, and I'm also replacing any commas from the word. So I just want the word itself, and I'm doing the same thing with the second string too. So if it matches, this is basically the equals operator. So if it matches, we will increase the number of matched words by one. And this loop, of course, it'll run as many times as the length of the second word array. And then when the loop finishes, right here, we check and see if the number of matched words is greater than zero. If it is, then what we do is we basically add in column C the matched word, and then we add the second string, like the string that basically matched, we add it to the column C, and that's how we're able to match the whole thing. And we find out basically like which string from the second column matched with the first column. So, and then right here we change the number of match words back to zero. And I wanted to kind of know what's going on. So this is the G1 counter that I was talking about. So it basically shows you the row that Excel is working on at the moment, and it updates with the loop too. So, and then you see right here at the bottom, it shows you a message box at the end. So I hope, this is helpful. You can copy it, use it however you want. Um, there are many ways of course, accomplishing the same goal, but this is how I did it. I hope this was useful, and thanks for watching.